Good morning, YouTube. So it is 4:15 in the morning, and the nerds are still awake and playing video games. Uh, so things that wanted to reflect on yesterday. I was talking to a friend of mine, Jordan, and he mentioned how it seems like things are starting to go the right way. And I've been saying that for a long time, maybe even like a year. I don't know. But a long time I've been saying that, and um, I think that that's a true statement. And he said, "Oh, it seems like you're about to catch a break." And I said, "Well, I think that it's usually more about making a break rather than catching a break." And he said, "Well, a little bit of both." And I agree with that. I think that it's as much as finding someone that you need as they need you, and that can be luck, that can be work, and I mean, but you don't know. You don't know whose personality is going to come and play. You don't know what words will trigger good or bad feelings. You don't know what's going on. So it's all kind of about luck and hard work. And then the last thing that was said was that he said, "Oh, I think you're doing a lot better job of being um, productive without being just busy." Because I've talked about it a few times. Like sometimes, first of all, I know I do it. I'll stay busy. I try to be do all the things. Pardon me. Apparently, I should have done my exercises first. But busy trying to do all the things, but at the same time, I will end up being just busy, like just doing nonsense things. And it always seems like I'm doing something that's going to potentially get me the next thing. Like if I was going to go out to have dinner with a bunch of bankers, um, it's possible that I could potentially learn something or meet someone or something that could potentially put me in the next area. But it's not likely that banking is one of my areas at this point. Not that there's not a ton of money in banking, that's great. It's just not probably one of those places. So I probably shouldn't spend a ton of time there. And if I do, then it shouldn't be like, oh, I'm doing this for getting to the next level. It should just be, oh, this is going to be a social occasion. Um, so that's one thing. But then I finished that statement up with, listen, it's way easier to see from like this side. So I'm going to get a job in marketing. I'm likely going to get a job in marketing in hospitals in particular, because I think there's a ton amount of marketing or a ton amount of uh, potential there. So the big deal is that at this point, after I've done all the work and tried all these things and tried doing interviews and dancing and marketing for wine companies and being my own little marketing agency and trying all these things, after I've tried, I finally have come to a place where I'm interested in it. I can do marketing. It doesn't matter to me if it's marketing for a wine company or for a hospital or a staffing company. Next time, definitely working out before the video. But it doesn't matter to me because it's all marketing. It's all the same-ish things. It just depends on how you spin it. And so at this point, I know that I have a focus, and I know that I have an area to do it in, and that kind of stuff. But I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't done all the things. But there are definitely a lot of the things that I did that were just kind of a waste of time. But I didn't know that they would be. I didn't know what was going to be successful in the moment. So, God, it's just hard. I don't necessarily think it's easy in the moment to know what's going to be your thing, what's going to get you through. So I'm still figuring that out. I think that in mine, I eventually came to something that I really enjoyed, that I wanted to keep putting time into, that it wasn't about who I met or if I got lucky. I know that if I keep going this route, I will eventually be very successful. And so I guess it's about finding something like that while you're doing all these things. Find one thing that you like, that you could continue to learn about, and stick with it. I think that's the big takeaway on this one. So hopefully this video actually helps somebody too. Anyway, be bold, be disciplined, inspire others. Go get some YouTube.